guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you this really peachy springtime appropriate makeup look. I really like how this turned out, and I think it looks really good with the skin makeup and kind of the complexion to bring out the warmth in your skin. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay, before we start, I want to address two things. Obviously, the first one being my hair. I dyed it again. I change my hair color all the time just because I get really bored, but I really like how this color looks on me, so I think I might keep it for a while. It was sad to say goodbye to the pink, but I think it's a good change for the moment, I guess. And the second thing is I made it to 1,000 subscribers, which isn't that big of a deal to some people, but to me I was like, wow, that is so crazy. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for that. And yeah, okay, let's get into the tutorial now. So today I'm going to begin by priming my eyes with my Urban Decay primer potion. And I'm just going to be putting this all over my eyelids and a little bit on my lower lash line. So as we move on to eyeshadow, I wanted to show you guys this little palette I got. If you guys are in need of a Z palette but don't want to spend the money for it or anything like that, Joann's sells these Solutions magnetic sewing kits that are meant for needles, but they hold eyeshadows perfectly, and I believe they're still on sale right now. I got mine for $4.49, so if you guys are in the market for a new Z palette, this is definitely a great option. Now to just set everything that we put down and kind of brighten it up, I'm going to be taking the shade Locked and Loaded from ColourPop. Just this pale yellow color. It kind of gives the same effect as a banana powder that you put underneath your eyes. Kind of just sets and brightens and awakens everything. So today I want to do something really peachy and ready for spring, so I'm going to be taking the ColourPop Pressed Shadow in Wait For It. This is a little bit pinkier rather than a peach, but it definitely has a peach undertone. So I'm going to be going in with this first on my Morphe OY16 brush as always, and just blending this through the crease. And then as we get to the edge, I've been liking to flick it out a little bit just to give it a little bit more of an elongated shape rather than a super rounded shape. So once we have that laid down, I'm going to be going in with the shade Waddles by ColourPop. It's just kind of this pinky brown, really sparkly color, and I'm just going to be placing this all over my lid from inner to outer corner, and I'm applying it with my finger. Now this shade isn't exactly peachy, but it definitely has a nice warm undertone to it that's really going to bring out the warmth in your skin and your eyes. And then on that same blending brush we used earlier, I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of Wait For It and apply this through the crease to help blend the two shades together. Now for the fun part, I'm going to be taking the ColourPop shadow, Super Shock Shadow in the shade Tea Party. This is just the most beautiful peachy silvery glitter color, and I'm also going to be applying that with my finger, and I'm going to be putting this right in the middle of my eyelid. Look at that, that's insane! Now to blend the edges of that glittery shadow, I'm going to be going back in with Waddles on this Morphe Y18 brush. It's kind of just like a fluffy flat shader, and I'm just going to be picking up a little bit of the product and kind of tapping over the edges of the glitter to help blend it in. For the lower lash line, I'm going back in with that peach shade on my Morphe OY22, which is just a really nice soft pencil brush, and I'm going to be running this under my lash line from inner to outer corner. And once you get to the outer corner, you kind of want to flick it up so it meets the eyeshadow that blended from the top lid. Now, I've never tried using this product on my waterline, but I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is in the shade Sparkle Leopard. It's just kind of this like bronzy copper color, and I'm going to try putting this on my waterline. It mainly just got on my lower lashes instead of the waterline. So I'm taking that pencil brush again and just kind of smudging that out. That kind of worked out nicely because it's adding a little bit more of definition to the lower lash line since everything is so peachy and kind of blown out. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to be going in with the ColourPop shadow in the shade Valley Girl. This is just a super pretty kind of white-based gold champagne. And I'm going to be taking that on my pinky and just placing this in the inner corners of my eyes. And then kind of blending upwards towards the lid. Then for mascara today, I'm just taking an oldie but a goodie. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational, and I'm applying this to my top and bottom lashes. If you had a brown mascara, I think that would look really pretty with this look, just because I feel like the black is like a little stark with the peachiness. It's just very two different tones. So if you have a brown mascara, I definitely recommend trying it with this look. Now moving on to my face. For bronzer today, I'm going to be taking the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. I'm just going to be doing a really light layer of this, and I'm going to be applying it with my Real Techniques blush brush just to give kind of like a light wash of bronze color. This bronzer is really good for this look just because it does have a pretty warm undertone to it, or at least it pulls warm on my skin just because I am so fair. So it just gives kind of like a nice peachy warm look. I'm also going to carry that on my jaw and down my neck just kind of to match everything, just because my face is kind of tanner than my neck, and I don't understand how that works, but maybe it's just all my freckles that make my face look more tan, so my neck always looks so pale in comparison. Now for blush today, I couldn't think of a more fitting blush than the Too Faced Love blush in Baby Love. It's actually a more neutral tone blush, but once again, since I am pretty fair, this pulls pretty warm on my skin. So I'm just going to be taking that on my e.l.f. angled brush and picking up some of the products, and I like applying it kind of like on the apple of my cheek and bringing it back. Now for highlighter, I'm going to be taking another ColourPop product. This is their Super Shock Cheek Highlighter. What is this? Yeah, Super Shock Cheek Shadow. Okay, this is their Super Shock Cheek and Stole the Show. It's just kind of this really nice pearlized champagne gold. It reminds me a lot of the Valley Girl eyeshadow. Like, if I hold them up next to each other, they're pretty darn similar. This one has a little bit more of a champagne base, and this one's a little bit more of a white base, but they're pretty much the same. I could probably use this as a highlighter, to be honest. And the way I found that these have applied the best is I'm going to first take it on my finger, and they're super, super pigmented. And I'm just going to pat this, and I'm just going to pat this on the tops of my cheekbone. Bring it around the temple. And then what I do is I take my beauty blender and kind of go over the edges of it. And And then, I know this seems so excessive, but it looks so smooth and blended after doing this. I take a fan brush, and this is the Morphe G23, and I just pick up some of the product on here. This actually works well to pick up the product because it's a synthetic brush. And then I just go over it one more time to add some more of the pigment back and just kind of smooth everything out. Then I just pick up a little bit more product and place it on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Then for lips, we're going to be carrying on the peach theme, and I'm going in with the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Topanga. Okay, I've been using so many ColourPop products in this video, and it's just because they're so good, and they're really good at doing kind of non-traditional shades, and they just released their new Nectar collection, which I got some of the inspiration for. None of these products are actually in the Nectar collection, it's just products that I've had previously, but they still work in the color scheme. So anyways, I'm taking the lippy stick in the shade Topanga, and I'm just going to be like dabbing that over my lips. And then to finish this look off, I'm going to be taking my Neutrogena Moisture Shine Lip Soother lip gloss in this kind of like pale peachy shade. It kind of turns up more just like a clear gloss, but it smells like peaches and cream, and it reminds me of 7th grade because me and my best friend would put this on every day before PE. I don't know why PE, because it would just our hair would get stuck in it, but just good memories. And it has SPF 20 in it, which is pretty cool for a lip gloss. Alright guys, so that's it for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspires you guys to do some nice peachy looks for spring. As always, I like to know your guys' video suggestions, so just leave that down in the comments below. And as they always say, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video.